From the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at the newly named New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Buffalo Bills. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Check 19! Check! Alert! Alert! Hey, seam 6! Seam 6! Hey, check! Pilot, 64, weak! Come on, come on, come on!
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. X3, 218, chopper. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Shift, shift. Half 85, half 85.
On second down, it's Howard, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Go get him, go get him, go get him. 49, guys. Mike.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And the grab by Croft. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
They go play action here on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time. That'll bring up second down.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Trying the right side with Howard. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Wide, 152.
Throwing is Allen on third. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, 79! 79!
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he cuts it right in it. Touchdown, LA! Kenyon Drake, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they're able to strike first here on their opening drive. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. Another try after the first down sack. Allen, the throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
40-19. 56, 56. Greystone, Travis.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Blue draw Corkers.
On first down, Allen finding Knox there, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Throwing on first down is Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Allen going to throw again. Throwing right, and that's complete.
That's another Bills. First down. 1st and 10 at the 32.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Strong right. Hey, we got 4. We got 5. Slam. Tight dog.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
And the Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
42 is the mic, boy. 42 is the mic. Stop your whining. Switch. Hey, zoom. Undercrush.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
This is Howard on 2nd down. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Mike's 42.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third.
Hey, Alpha.
From the gun, it's Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
On 2nd and 10, Rivers. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Watch the shift. Smooth. Protein spill. 42. Alert. Set the tone, defense. Set the middle.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete. Trevor Williams there on the coverage.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Check Mike 21. Right here. Hey, check Mike 21, check. 80 weapon. It's a slant. Watch the air. Hey, Rocket.
Play action now. Rivers. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Cluster up. Red Delta! Hey, wahoo!
Rivers on first down. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Jerry Hughes able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Launching one for Henderson. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by for Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Middle. Hey, Haywood.
3 buzz. Check the backer. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Regular.
Allen now on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 2nd down now, it's Howard, and he gets this up just shy of the 15. It's a first down on a gain of 10. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10.
Tighten up.
Hey, Delta.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Open man, here's Foster. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. And here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen got an open man. It's Foster. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
61, matchbox light.
Out of the gun, this is Howard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Hey, home. I'm on. You better bring it. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Check down. Check 3.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call.
5 wide.
Watch out.
Operating from the gun. Allen. And John Brown's got it. Complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
I got line. Check. Crunch. Hey, Rocket.
From the 38, Rivers. He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And an alley to run. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Left.
Mike 50. Silver. He's cracked.
Buffalo. Watch the 6. Hey, Charlie. White, 89.
Now Rivers. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
All right, 190.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Shit. 12.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 17th touchdown now of the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Allen. And this one's incomplete. The intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Here's Rivers. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams, and there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
50 seconds to Mike.
Hey, echo.
From the gun, Rivers. And it's complete. Henry. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. The end result, 21 yards. Rivers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Rivers again. That's taken in by Henderson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Check 15, check 15.
Mike!
49 to Mike, 149. I want that. Give me that
Bravo!
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Mike's 49.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession. Goes over here on the punt, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Allen now to throw again. Caught by Jones. The ball comes out and picked up by the Chargers. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Ready! 390!
Rivers now after the fumble recovery. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rivers flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. From 3 yards out, and the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Let's go! Do it!
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Allen, and he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. 1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he finds Howard complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good enough for Buffalo 1st down. Allen now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, the final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. His throw incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Mike 4-2, Mike 4-2. Oh, yeah, pump. Mike 42. Mike 42, check, Mike 42. So don't say nothing. Shoot. Switch.
Allen to throw once more. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense. To make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first down.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. 76 yards. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen. Jones has it. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. So that'll back them up 5.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game.
Hey, high 7.
Quick dance. Come. Watch that. Alert. Go.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Ndamukong Suh picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
42's the mic, boys. 42's the mic. Record.
Buzz.
42's the mic. I'm trying to collect. Check safety.
Allen going to go on 4th down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Allen. That's caught by Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. They go play action here on first down. He completes it to Jones. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen, and he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Joey Bosa, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. After the sack on first down, Allen. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Got an open man. It's Foster. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Jam.
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. Now this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Who that? Room! Bang!
22 jet bomber, 22 jet.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Check 390! 390!
It's game situation. Let's go.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for our visitors, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.